There comes a moment in your life when you're trying to do things differently from everyone, and you're going to quickly realize that no one's going to get it. And you are going to be misunderstood by everyone. And even the people you thought would support you, friends, family, everyone. They'll start to ask you why you work so hard, why you put so much pressure on yourself, why don't you go out and enjoy life like everyone else? And when that happens, you'll feel a shift. It's difficult to explain, but you'll feel something. You'll feel, yeah, a shift. And you kind of become, the black sheep in a way. The one who says no to plans, who leaves early, who is always too busy. And I remember this one time, a few years ago, I was out with friends, and they were hanging out in the street, basically doing nothing. And I remember telling them that I was going to head home because I just wanted to work, and they just looked at me like I was the weirdest thing they've ever seen. Like I had change in a way. Maybe I had, but I learned something that day, that when people stop understanding you, it's often the clearest sign that you are on the right path. Because growth demands separation, it demands focus, silence, not to isolate forever, but just to lock in and work on your own. And during that lonely phase, you'll lose people, you'll question yourself, you'll put in hours, weeks, months of work without having nothing to show for it. But don't let that phase or any hard phase define you. You're not your failures, you're not your setbacks, you're not the labels people put on you. You are what you choose to be, who you decide to become. And that's your power. You can choose to be brave, you can choose to be focused, you can choose to keep going. You get to decide your identity, and then you embrace that identity through your mindset. And to embody that identity, you need proof. Proof that you are who you say you are. And the only way to get that proof is through action. If you say you're courageous, the only way your mind will believe it is if you do courageous things. And realize that while taking action, proving to yourself that you are who you say you are, you will fail, and you will fail a lot. But every failure is a step forward. Failure isn't blocking the path, it builds it. Every failure is a stone you lay down. And step by step, stone by stone, it becomes the path to your goal. And think about this, what if you were 10 failures away from actually getting what you want? You would want to hit those failures as fast as possible. You'll run towards them. And that's the mindset you need. The faster you fail, the faster you grow. And you'll get knocked down. But the only thing that matters is how fast can you get back up. If you get knocked down 21 times, get up 22 times. And each time you rise again, you become stronger, more grounded, focused, dangerous. And eventually the things that used to shake you won't even move you. And that's how you build a true bulletproof mindset. Every time you go through pain and come out the other side, your mindset becomes so strong. It works exactly like a muscle. It's the same thing. It's a muscle. So if you want that bulletproof mindset, experience failure and get back up. That's it. And know that doubt is a part of the process as well. Because when you fail time and time again, you'll doubt, and that's normal. And sometimes you'll fail for months on months. But don't let it stop you, because the only way you truly fail, is if you quit. That won't be you, okay? So remember, your mind is either your greatest weapon or your biggest enemy. So learn to control it, or it will control you. So if you are in a dark place right now, keep going. It's the only way. Keep going. I am in a dark place right now, and to be honest, I'm making this video more for myself, to look back at it in a couple of months and be so proud that I didn't give up or settled when when it felt like the world was collapsing on me. So keep going.